It is Springfield's oldest church, Christ Episcopal. Many people know it simply as that little white church on Walnut Street. Christ Episcopal was built in 1870. Stepping inside is like a trip to medieval England.
You walk into what is intended to be a medieval setting.
The carpenters who built this church 116 years ago imitated the efforts of European church architects.
It was perceived as being sophisticated, stylish, advanced, interesting, cosmopolitan, and it was all of those things. The Carpenter Gothic itself is a rendition of this revival style, a revival really of a medieval building technique done in wood. So therefore Carpenter Gothic, something that carpenters could do. And
Bob Flanders of the SMSU Ozark Studies program has researched the church history and is nominating Christ Episcopal for the National Register of Historic Places.
It's unique in Springfield. It is the oldest church in Springfield. It is the only church that remains of the group of churches built around the Civil War. Springfield was a raw frontier town still at the time that this church was being built, so I think we're fortunate it survived.
The church almost did not survive. The congregation planned a new, larger building in the 1920s. They built a new education annex and new nave, but before they could replace the sanctuary, the Great Depression hit.
And so it was necessity to keep the old church. The Episcopal Church has a strong sense of its history and of its historic roots. Not all Carpenter Gothic churches were Episcopalian, but the majority of them were.
Springfield's oldest church, Christ Episcopal, a medieval sanctuary created by carpenters in the Ozarks 116 years ago.